Love is in the air. Let's find out what you need to know about your relationship manifestations. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm certified life coach 𝒑𝒐𝒍𝒅, your manifesting goddess. And this channel's mission is to help empower you to take control of your life, release limiting beliefs, and assist you in creating your dream life. Today's video message is going to be all about your relationships in honor of Valentine's Day. Let me introduce you to your piles. We're going to have Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Group 1, your crystal is amethyst. Group 2, your crystal is selenite. And Group 3, your crystal is clear quartz. As always, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. If you would like a personal reading to learn how this energy will affect your life on a personal level, feel free to reach out to me at the email listed down in the description box below. Also, I am a certified life coach, and I'm here to support you in your journey of healing and self-improvement to help you manifest and create your dream life. Once you're ready, you can find your timestamps listed down below, and I will see you at your selected group. Hello, Group 1. You chose the amethyst crystal, and this will be your Valentine's message of what you need to know about your love and relationship manifestations. I don't know what's going to come out in these messages. It's just whatever the universe feels that you need to hear in this moment. So this could pertain to relationships from your past, relationships in the present, relationships that may come in the future. This could have something to do with romantic love or platonic love or familial love. However it comes out, you're meant to hear it in this moment. So take it as it resonates. With this amethyst crystal, I'm feeling as though the messages that are coming through for you are wanting to empower you, are wanting to help you step into your power, maybe reclaim your power. Also, it wants to help you to tap into your intuition and trust your intuition a little bit more. But the crystal card that you have coming out for you is magnesite. Who needs it? Intellectuals, Aquarians. When to use it? When you're just too smart for your own good, when you're completely lost in your thoughts, or they're running wild, dragging you behind them. Remember, the mind is a powerful thing. You rule it, or it rules you. Meditate every day and show it who's boss with magnesite. Get your mind right. The message that's coming through for you is that you've been so busy in your thoughts, in your mind. You're trying to be so logical when it comes to love and relationships. And it's time to get out of your head and into your heart, to trust your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. You may have some questions right now as it pertains to your love life, as it pertains to the relationships within your life currently, or even in the future. And your guides, the universe, the divine, whatever it is that you believe in, it's coming through to tell you that the information that you need, the answers that you're looking for, it's not going to be so analytical and logical. You have to allow your heart to guide you. Empower yourself to trust your intuition, to trust your heart to lead you in the right direction. You may have had some setbacks in the past or had some painful past experiences that are making you overthink something, second guess something, trying to come up with an exact plan of how it is that you're going to make this manifestation happen for yourself. And some things just need to be free-flowing. Sometimes you just have to allow the universe to lead and guide you, and you follow. There's a message coming through right now that your thoughts are not your friend. So I don't know what your situation is, Group 1, and it's going to be different for every one of you who watches this, but I keep getting this overthinking type of energy, overanalyzing. Some things just don't make sense. Sometimes we just have to trust the universe. Let Jesus take the wheel. Whatever cliche, saying, and analogy that you need to hear. Some of you are recently starting to date someone and you're trying to figure out if this is right for you. Stop overthinking it and let your heart lead. Some of you are trying to heal from something that happened in the past and trying to make sense of it. Sometimes you have to allow yourself to feel things in order to heal it and move on from it. Apply it to your life as it fits. Your next card out is Despondence. More purple energy, more crown chakra energy for you. The fact that you're overthinking, it is causing analysis paralysis, is causing you, it's making you feel as though you don't know what to do next, but truly you do know what to do next. Once again, like this card was saying here with Magnesite, take some time out to meditate, to ground your energy, because you being so up in your head right now is what's causing the turmoil, is what's causing the chaos. And until you get out of your head and into your heart, let your intuition guide you, you're not going to feel comfortable enough to do the things and make the decisions that you need to make. You're being called to trust yourself. Underneath the deck, you have Renewal with the Root Chakra. Once you take some time out to maybe ground yourself back into Mother Nature, like this person sitting outside here, go for a walk, meditate, do whatever you need to do to take your mind off of whatever you're constantly thinking about. That is when you're going to find the answers that you need. And that's when you're going to have this rebirth within the situation that you're thinking about. The next card that came out says, I am addicted to you, card 15. Some of you are thinking about someone in your life or someone that was in your life at some point, and you're almost in this obsessive type of energy. Once again, overthinking about the situation. This overthinking is causing an imbalance within your life. And this imbalance is going to keep a hold of you. It's like an addiction until you decide to say no. Your bottom of the deck energy, you have no. Say no to whatever this overthinking is, to whatever this overanalyzing energy is. It's time to release something and to allow yourself to grow into something new, to be renewed, to maybe gain a new perspective on the situation, to maybe gain a new outlook. It's going to be different for each of you. But this obsessive, overthinking, overanalyzing energy, it's only hurting you. And the way to get yourself out of it, the way to figure out the answers that you need, is by taking some time out to meditate, to ground your energy. Water could be really beneficial to some of you right now. Going swimming, walking by a lake or a beach, taking a spiritual bath even. You could look up how to do that online. Drinking lots of water. Make sure you're taking care of yourself during this time, because sometimes when we get into this obsessive type of energy, we forget to take care of ourselves, and that's also what throws our bodies out of balance. Your next card out says grace. I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. With grace, I am able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name calling, even when that crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. So some of you could have had a disagreement with someone, group one. Some of you could still be reeling from a disagreement that you had with someone in the past. Whether this is past energy or present energy, you're being called to take a pause, give some grace within the situation to yourself and to the other person involved. If someone hurt you in some way, maybe they didn't mean to do it on purpose. Maybe they don't even realize that they hurt you. Maybe they have their own emotional issues that they're dealing with, and they took it out on you. It doesn't mean that it's okay. It just means give some grace, because you giving grace is going to help take the burden off of your shoulders, because you are shouldering a lot right now with this overthinking and obsessive type of energy. It's draining your energy, it's throwing you off balance. And you're being called to love yourself enough to give the grace to yourself and to the situation so that you can come back to center, tap into your heart, tap into your intuition, so then you'll know what to do going forward. You'll know what to do next. I feel that some of you, you're in this place right now where it's like you just don't know what to do next, because you're so focused on this thing that happened and how this person hurt you or what they did or what they said. It's like you can't see the forest for the trees. Some of you, maybe this was a family member and they did something that hurt you. They said something to you that you thought was out of pocket. And instead of having the conversation with them and trying to deal with it, you're internalizing everything, and you could be overthinking it. At the time that I'm filming this video, it is February 11th, and I believe that we have a full moon in Leo on February 12th, and the energy of that full moon is all about showing us where we've been giving away our power and where we've maybe been overreacting to some situations. You might want to go watch my full moon in Leo video, because I think that there will be some helpful information in that video for you. Some of you could be addicted to drama. I know I was there at one point in my life, and it seemed like without the drama, that life was boring. I grew up in a very drama-filled household, and that's how I thought relationships were supposed to be. Even though it didn't feel right, I gave into that energy, and it took me a lot of reflecting on my past. It took a lot of healing within myself to finally get to a point of being like, this doesn't feel good. I don't want these types of relationships. I need to work on myself so I can stay more balanced within my own energy and within my relationships. Because life is so much better when relationships are smooth, or when you can work out a disagreement in a healthy, communicative way instead of blowing up and having a big old fight. Apply that to your life as it fits. It's not saying that you are all addicted to drama, but it was just a message that came up, so I had to say it. Your tarot card out is Death. And this goes back to that renewal energy. It's time to let something that you are doing It's time to put it to rest. It's time to let it die. And start a new chapter within your life. I feel like for many of you, this death card is symbolizing some sort of ego death. Like our egos come up, right? When someone does something that hurts us. Our egos come up to protect us. Our egos come up to say, I don't know who they think they are, talking to me like that, treating me that way. But so often, the disagreements that we have with people in our lives is because, first off, the communication is broken down, and because one or both people are so caught up in their egos that they can't see past the obvious and look at what's hiding underneath. Maybe this person or you are afraid of commitment, are afraid of actually being vulnerable. Maybe you really just need to have a heart-to-heart and have an actual conversation. It's going to be different for all of you. Once again, if you'd like to work with me as a life coach to gain a different perspective on the situation that you may be overthinking, feel free to reach out to me at the email address listed down in the description box. But there's some sort of ego death that needs to come in for you when it comes to your love and relationship manifestations. This could be a single person who decides, I need to work on myself and improve myself before I can go into another relationship. This could be someone who is in a committed relationship that is upset about something that someone said or did, and they just need to ground their energy, get their thoughts straight, fill from their heart before they go in and have a conversation with this person. This could be a family member that did something to you in your past and you're still holding on to it. It's time to give grace. It's time to try to put things to rest, whether that's having that conversation and hashing it out, or you finding a new perspective on it that allows you to forgive and move on. The next card out is the Three of Swords. There's definite pain and heartbreak. Once again, it's time to lay that pain and that heartbreak to rest. It's time to take the swords out. Some of you could have some feelings coming up that you're trying not to deal with. You could be reliving the situation in your mind over and over, thinking about what they said, what you should have said, what they could have said, and not allowing yourself to really feel through it. Once again, I feel as though whatever is going on, whatever you're thinking about, it comes back to needing to tap into your intuition, needing to tap into your heart, because the situation is trying to tell you something about yourself. It could be trying to tell you that you gave your power away. It could be trying to tell you that you need to reclaim your power, maybe set some boundaries within a relationship. It could be trying to tell you that you need healing from something in your past, but you're not allowing the message to fully come in because you are obsessing over it. Some of you could be overreacting to a situation and wanting to walk away from a really good relationship, whether that's romantic or with a friend or a family member. And you're being called to take a pause, to meditate, to take a break and tap into your intuition. Because I feel like your heart could be trying to tell you this person really didn't mean it the way that you're taking it, or this person hurt you, but it's because they didn't know any better themselves. It still doesn't make it okay. But then that's when you can give grace and come back and have a conversation. That's when you can maybe give grace and offer forgiveness up to this person, even if you don't tell them, just so it's not weighing heavy on your heart anymore. Apply it to your situation as it fits. It's time to put an end to the pain. It's time to get this situation out of your head and stop obsessing over it. Allow yourself to feel your feels. Find a different perspective on the situation. And allow yourself to be reborn. We have so many cards here about death and rebirth. Whatever it is that you were questioning when you clicked on this video, the message is clear that it's time for you to take a pause, to stop overanalyzing and obsessing. Stop replaying this thing in your mind. Meditate. Ground your energy, because the answers that you need will come to you. The answers that you need in order to heal, to offer grace, to maybe find forgiveness within the situation, it will come to you. You'll know what you need to do next, whether you continue forward with this relationship, whether you move on. Whatever it is that you decide, it will no longer be burdening your heart. It's time to choose a new path with the Two of Wands showing up at the bottom of the deck. Say no to obsessing. Say no to analysis paralysis. Say yes to change. Say yes to allowing yourself to live anew. Your last card says a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. We actually have a full moon in Libra happening on April 12th. So you could find that this situation maybe resolves itself around that time, or you may just start to feel better about the situation around that time. Either way, mark it in your calendar for April 12th that something important could be happening in your life pertaining to this situation around that time. Look at this. Underneath the deck, you have a new start is coming, new moon. That's your rebirth. That's your renewal that's coming in for you. Whatever the situation is, it caused some pain. It caused some turmoil. And instead of obsessing over it, overthinking it, overanalyzing it, you're being called to take some time to meditate, to ground your energy, to focus on your self-care. And the answers that you need will come to you. The answers that you need in order to lift this burden and to know what steps to take next will come to you. And you'll be clear of this Three of Swords, heartbroken type of energy. Group 1, I hope this message helps you. I hope it answers the questions that you clicked on this video to answer. Once again, if you would like to work with me one-on-one as a life coach, or if you'd like a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me at the email address listed down below. If you've made it this far, please like, comment, and share, as that will help me to grow the channel. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. You chose this selenite crystal for your pile selector. And this will be your Valentine's message, all about your love and relationships manifestation. I don't know the message that's coming out for you. I've left it up to the universe. So let's just see what comes through. The fact that you chose the selenite crystal, that's telling me that part of the message that's wanting to come through for you is clearing away something. This could be clearing away some painful experience or something that hurt you. This could be clearing away some confusion. I'm being drawn to the cracks within your heart there. There's like some discoloration. And I feel as though there could be some sort of scar on your heart. There could be something that happened in the past that it left its mark on you. Your crystal card that's coming out is rhodonite. Who needs it? Potential wasters, those deeply sighing, I hate my job types, Sagittarians. When to use it? When that cubicle life has got you down, when it's time to drop the people-pleasing facade and start doing something that really lights you up, when you're ready to use your real, unique powers to actually make this rapidly spinning planet a more beautiful place. Go with your heart. I feel like there's this energy coming in for you that you've maybe tried something in the past, put yourself out there in some way, and maybe it didn't work out. So now it's almost as though you've given up, or you sort of tell yourself, what's the use? And it's like you're stuck. It's like you're staying stuck within something. And it's time to clear that away. It's time to expand. You have the expansion card coming out in reverse with the throat chakra. You've been playing it too small in some area of your life. Probably when it comes to your love and relationships, since this is a love and relationships message. And this could pertain to friendships, to romantic love, to relationships with your family, your job, so many different things. And this card did speak about jobs. I hate my job. You're playing it small. You're playing it safe. And it's time to admit the truth to yourself that you have been playing it small. You're meant for more. You're meant to experience more. Just because something did not work out the way that you wanted to in the past does not mean that you are destined to not have what you want. It doesn't mean that you need to resign yourself to just not enjoying life or not enjoying this area of your life. Whatever didn't work out in the past, it wasn't meant to be. It doesn't mean that you won't achieve it in the future or that something else isn't waiting for you. But you're never going to discover it. You're never going to find that thing if you don't put yourself out there. And then you have the I am terrified card coming out. You don't have to be afraid to go after what it is that you want. Go with your heart. Be strong. Don't let your ego hold you back. You have strength with ego showing up underneath the deck. Your ego, that part of yourself that's trying to keep you safe, it's really holding you back from your abundance. It's holding you back from reaching your full potential when it comes to love and relationships. So it's time to let go of whatever this scar is. It's time to let go of whatever made you scared, whatever put this fear on your heart. And it's time to do something different. Do something different in order to receive a different result. If you're not happy with something, be courageous enough to change it. Be courageous enough to speak out. This could be needing to speak up within a relationship and stop people-pleasing, like this card said. This could be telling that partner or that friend or that family member that you don't like something. Please stop. Or, I want to do this. Do it with me. I feel like many of you, it's time to put some boundaries up. It's almost as though you don't speak up or you don't take action for fear that someone is going to get mad at you, for fear that someone is going to leave your life. You don't have to live your life that way. The right things, the right people will hang around. If something or someone leaves your life because you placed boundaries or because you spoke up for yourself, that thing was never meant for you. And that thing is what was keeping you playing it safe, keeping you small. I feel like many of you have dimmed your light in some area of your life when it comes to your love and relationships. And you're being called to be your authentic self. let your heart shine through, because the right people and situations will be attracted to your energy, and that is what you deserve. You don't deserve to have to hide away part of yourself and keep yourself small in order to keep anyone or anything around. Your next card coming out is wholeness. I am complete, whole, and filled with love. I have everything I need. If I ask or look for more, I'm ignoring the love and gifts that are already in my life. Instead, I will be grateful and acknowledge that anything else would be extra icing on life's cake. FYI to whoever is listening, extra icing is totally welcome, as it's obviously the most delicious part. It's time for you to allow yourself to be whole. You deserve to be whole. You deserve to speak your truth and have your needs met. You deserve to put yourself out there and go after what it is that you want. So this just came to mind, and this does not have to pertain to your life. If it doesn't, leave it for someone else. But an image came to my mind that someone needs to speak up in their relationship and admit the truth to someone. Tell someone perhaps how they want to be loved, because this person cannot read your mind. They need you to tell them. They need you to show them. And you being strong enough, being brave enough to do that, that will expand your relationship. You might be thinking that you have to suffer through a relationship with not much affection, or suffer through a relationship where you feel as though you cannot have deep conversations, whatever it is. But you don't need that. I feel like if this is pertaining to you, this person that you are thinking of, they want the same things that you want, but they also are afraid to say it. So someone has to be willing to make the first move and say it. Once again, if that does not pertain to you, leave it for someone else. But it's time to follow your heart when it comes to your situation. What is your heart craving? Admit the truth to yourself, or even to the person you're thinking about. But admit that truth and go after what it is that you want. If the person that you admit this truth to can't fulfill your needs, then it's time to move on, no matter what other great qualities they have. You don't have to go without in order to have a relationship. You can have it all. That song, Have It All by Jason Mraz, just came to mind, so you might want to go listen to that song. The universe wants you to have it all. You deserve what your heart desires. This expansion card here also speaks about new people entering your life. We see this person here, and she looks pregnant, like she's about to birth something into her existence. You speaking up, you admitting the truth to yourself or someone else in your life is going to help you to birth something new into being. You could literally be wanting to have a child, and you just need to have that conversation with someone. But for many of you, I feel that this new thing that you're birthing is going to be the type of relationship that you want. It's going to be the type of experience that you want. I know you are terrified. Being vulnerable is terrifying. Admitting the truth to yourself can be terrifying, because once you admit that truth to yourself, you can no longer lie to yourself anymore. You can't go back to where you were. You have to continue to move forward. And there are so many options available to you. You might not realize how many options you have when it comes to this situation. You might be afraid of the outcome of speaking up or admitting the truth to yourself or someone in your life. Whatever the outcome, you're going to have options available to you. If you're afraid that someone will leave you, don't worry. If they do, you will have more options come into your life. If you are afraid that someone will get upset with you, don't worry. They'll either get on board or they can ship out, because you deserve what it is that you want. Next, we have the Six of Cups. If you're thinking about someone in particular, this could be someone that you've known for a long time, or this could be a situation from your past. It could be a family member for many of you. But you're being called to remember what it is that you dreamed of as a child, what you wanted as a child when it comes to your love and relationships, whether romantic or friendship or with your family. Get back to that innocence. Allow yourself to feel that. Because once you admit this truth to yourself of what it is that you dreamed of as a child or in the past, when you admit that truth to yourself, that's when you're going to find the strength, find the courage to go after it. Whether with the current people in your life or with new people who are soon to come into your life. Some of you need to free yourself from a situation that has been stifling you. And once you make space by getting rid of the old, then the new will be allowed to come in. This is giving me an energy of someone who's been staying in a relationship that they know is not fulfilling them, that they know doesn't make them feel whole and good. And then they decide enough is enough and they leave, and within a couple of months they meet their forever partner. It's that sort of energy. Make space for what it is that you want. It's time to free yourself with this Eight of Swords. Admit the truth to yourself. Free yourself from the burden of overthinking, overanalyzing, from burying your head in the sand. It's time to come up for air and see your bright future, because there is something amazing that's waiting for you on the other side of this. Whether that is your current relationships growing deeper, growing stronger, or you're making space for the new relationship that will give you what you deserve, that will help your heart to feel whole. I do want to point out that you have 6, 7, 8, and 9. Whatever it is that you need to do, whatever truth you need to admit to yourself, you're at this place where you are about to start a new cycle, back to that birthing something new into your life, someone new or something new coming into your life. You're right there on the cusp. I feel like all you need to do is go with your heart. What is your heart telling you to do? Admit that truth to yourself, and you will be on your way to the future, to the outcome that you seek. You'll be on your way to your manifestation, whether it's with this person or with someone new. Don't let fear hold you back from creating your best life. You deserve it. The universe is on your side, trying to help you to achieve your goals. Your final card is New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Whatever decision you need to make, know that you will be protected by the universe. Know that the universe is helping to guide you towards your love and relationship manifestations. We do have a new moon in Cancer happening on June 25th. So you might want to mark that date in your calendar because something very important or pivotal could be happening in your life around that time. Something pertaining to this manifestation that you have. I am a certified life coach, so if you would like someone to talk to about this situation and to help you find the truth that you're looking for, or help you to find the strength or courage that you need within the situation, feel free to reach out to me at the email listed down in the description box below. But I feel that with this new moon in Cancer, you're finally going to put down this tough exterior that you may be putting up. You're finally going to put down this front that you might have, this facade. Didn't your card talk about a facade? Yes, people-pleasing facade. Around this time, I feel like you're finally going to be able to put down this facade and let your vulnerability show. Let your emotions show. And when you release those emotions, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, admit the truth to yourself, that's when things will begin to fall into place for you. Once again, if you would like some help working through that, feel free to reach out to me at the email address. But group 2, this has been your Valentine's Day message about your love and relationships manifestation. If you've made it this far, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as that will help me to grow the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Goodbye. Hello group 3, you chose this clear quartz heart crystal, and this will be your Valentine's Day message about your love and relationships manifestation. So the messages that have been coming out have been different in each of the piles so far. So let's just see what comes through for you. We're just going to let the universe take control here. Okay. So group 3, right away, with this crystal, I'm always drawn to like the little bubbles that are inside this crystal. Clear quartz is all about helping you to gain clarity within some situation. And the little bubbles I always see as information coming up to the surface, or your feelings, your emotions, just things that you need to know coming up to the surface to be dealt with. So I feel the message that wants to come through for you about your love and relationships manifestation have to do with you gaining some sort of clarity, maybe making sense of something. But your crystal card that you have is agate. Who needs it? Work-life balance strugglers. When to use it? When you want to get into your body, try fire agate. When too much screen time has you feeling disconnected from anything the slightest bit eco, try the far from aptly named moss agate, which neither contains moss nor is technically an agate, but can still hold it down. Find your solid ground. Some of you could be dealing with some emotions that are coming up right now, or dealing with a lot of thoughts coming up to the surface. Just trying to make sense of something, trying to figure something out when it comes to your love and relationships. And the message that's coming through right away is that you need to ground your energy. You're not going to receive the clarity that you need within the situation when you're so up in your head or so up in your feelings. Take some time to reconnect with nature. Take some time to meditate. Just do something that gets your mind off of these things. Some of you could be wondering about work. Your card did speak about work-life balance. Trying to make sense of what to do next, or you could be overworking yourself, or take a pause. I feel like you're doing the most right now, and the universe is asking for you to chill out a little bit so it can bring you the answers that you need, bring you the clarity that you're looking for. A plane just went by overhead, and a message that came through when I heard it was that some of you could be feeling stuck in something right now, and you're going to be moving soon. You're going to hit the ground running soon. You're going to find that progress soon that you're looking for. But it won't come by you doing, working. It will only find you when you take the time to silence your mind, to silence your emotions, and be still. We have recovery with the crown chakra showing up for you in reverse. You're not allowing your intuition to guide you within whatever the situation is. And this overthinking, this overanalyzing, this working too much is making you complacent. It's causing you to be stuck. Sometimes we keep pushing and trying to move forward when all signs from the universe are telling us to sit still, to find our balance, to ground our energy. And that's exactly what you're being called to do. The answers that you need are out there waiting for you. You're just so busy and so focused on taking action, I feel like, that you can't hear the whispers from the universe. I'm being drawn to this door right here. Some of you have your manifestation waiting on the other side of this door. You're really trying to figure this out, but I don't feel like this is something that you can analyze or be logical about. You have to allow yourself space to allow your intuition to come in, to allow your spiritual team to come in and bring that information to you that you need. Some of you may be trying to write a book or start some sort of business or something, and you're stuck trying to figure out what to do next. I know this is a love and relationships reading, but your relationship could be to your job as well, right? Take a pause. The universe is telling you right now that it's time to chill out. Go do something fun. Get your mind off of whatever it is that you're thinking about, whether this is work or whether this is a relationship. Get your mind off of it. The answers that you need will come to you. Then you have Be More Selfish coming out. Underneath the deck, you have You Matter. I'm going to take both of those. It's time for you to stop being everything for everyone else, and to show up for yourself. Maybe part of the answer that you need is that you need to be more selfish. You need to do more things for you. Back to that work-life balance. There is some sort of imbalance going on in your life, and that is causing you to have certain feelings about this situation. That is causing you to feel like you're out of control or not have the answers when it comes to something that's going on in your life. Pull your energy back and focus on you, because you matter just as much as whatever else you have going on in your life. Some of you are being called to take better care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, eat right, drink enough water, get enough sleep, exercise, meditate, have a spiritual practice. Pull things back into balance. I feel like many of you have lost yourselves in something. And the reason that things don't seem great right now, or the reason why you're not entirely happy within a situation, is because you've been doing the most. How can you pull back your energy and pour more into yourself? Some of you are frustrated with the current relationship because you feel like you do so much for this person and they don't show up enough for you. Well, the best way to show them just how much you do for them could be to pull back your energy and focus on yourself, because they'll notice when they're no longer receiving all of your energy. Some of you could be pouring yourself into work, wondering when you're going to receive the accolades and the recognition that you are looking for. Pull back your energy. Some of you are just so stressed out with how much you do for others and show up in other areas of your life that you have simply lost sight of yourself. I feel that many of you could be mothers or fathers, and you're doing so much for others and not enough for yourself. Takers will continue to take as long as you're willing to give. Don't give all of yourself away to outside things. Your internal being, your spiritual being matters. Pour some time and energy into that. And then the answers that you need, the information that you need to help you get to the other side of that door, to help you get your manifestation, will appear. Your next card out says ownership. I take ownership for how I make others feel, and I do my part to repair any bridges I might have burned, or perhaps even lightly singed. If bridge mending feels impossible, then I can start small. Instead of becoming a bridge architect, maybe I'll just skip the bridge and walk the long way around. Taking ownership is great for burning calories. It's time to take ownership of what you can do within this situation. It's time to take ownership of things that you can change in order to make your situation not seem so bleak, not seem so overwhelming. This thing, whatever it is that you're thinking about, is going to be so different for all of you. So apply this energy to your life as it fits. But ultimately, you've been giving away your power within some situation. You've been maybe putting the onus on someone else. The example that's coming to mind is, once again, someone who's in a relationship who is so loving and so giving and so caring and nurturing towards their partner, and they want the same in return, but their partner's not giving it to them. It's time to take ownership of the fact that maybe you haven't had that conversation with them to say, hey, this is what I want in this relationship. It's time to take ownership of the fact that maybe you need to pull back and pour into yourself. It's so easy to get lost in doing for others and trying to show our love to others that we oftentimes forget to show love to ourselves. And that is the message coming through for you. We have the Page of Cups coming out, and it flipped over into reverse. Some of you could be wondering if it's time to start a new relationship or to leave this relationship to look for something else. You have to make the decision that's best for you. But with what this card is telling me is that you don't need to do that. I feel like many of you just need to have a conversation, make things clear to this person. Many of you maybe just need to pour into yourself. Many times within relationships, some of us will give and give and give until there's literally nothing left. And then we get mad at the other person, blaming them, but it was really on us because we gave them everything and left nothing for ourselves, or we didn't have that conversation with them stating our expectations or our wants and our needs. I feel that for you, this is what's going on in your life, that you need to pour into yourself, and possibly you may need to have a conversation with this person. This situation, I feel like whatever it is, you may be looking at it the wrong way, and it's time for you to gain a fresh perspective on it. That's what your emotions bubbling up are trying to tell you. That's what the thoughts, the feelings, whatever it is that's bubbling up for you, that's what it's trying to tell you. You need to gain a new perspective on this. This could be a romantic partner or a friend or family member or even your job. You're looking at it the wrong way. We have the Nine of Swords coming out. I feel that many of you are stressing yourself out, causing yourself anxiety because you're not taking ownership. You're putting the onus on this person or this situation when there's so much that you could do to take control within this situation. There's so much that you could do to change the situation. Be more selfish. Pour more into yourself. If you've been working overtime, say no. Take some time off to have some self-care. If you're giving too much within a relationship, put some boundaries up. Or say, hey, I do these things for you. I expect XYZ in return, or I want XYZ in return. Because having expectations is never good in relationships, right? But you can communicate your needs. It's time to put an end to being out of balance. You have the power to bring your world back into balance. We have the Seven of Cups coming out in reverse. You're not seeing all the options that are available to you. And once you begin to see those options, once you begin to look for different perspectives within the situation, that's when the answers will come to you. And that is when you will be able to find your Ten of Cups. That is when you will be able to find your happily ever after. I feel like whatever the situation is, you just need some slight tweaking. Once again, gaining a new perspective. I am a certified life coach, so if you would like to speak with me and work through the situation to help me offer up some fresh insight, some new perspectives that you maybe have not considered, feel free to reach out to me at the email listed in the description box below. But this Ten of Cups is what awaits you. We have this Nine of Swords leading into the Ten of Cups. This situation does not need to be as stressful as it has been. The situation does not need to be as emotional as it has been. It doesn't need to keep you up at night. A positive outcome is waiting for you on the other side of this doorway. It's time for you to recover your strength, recover your power, pour into yourself because you matter, and claim what you deserve. Your final card says, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Follow that arrow. Shoot your shot. Where is it that you want to go? Keep your sights focused on that. Keep your sights focused on that manifestation. And take some time to tap into your heart, to listen to what your heart is trying to tell you. And the options that are available to you will present themselves. We do have a new moon in Sagittarius happening on December 19th, so you might want to mark that in your calendar because there may be some important or pivotal things happening in your life around that time. I hope you're able to figure out this situation before the end of the year. Whatever presents itself, just know that you're going to find the key to whatever it is that you're looking for. You're going to find the key that unlocks this door to your manifestations. It's waiting for you. Your happily ever after is waiting for you. Take some time out to meditate, to ground your energy, take back your power, and understand how you can take more ownership within the situation. Figure out how you have more control than you realize within the situation. You'll be okay. Group 3, this has been your Valentine's Day message about your love and relationships manifestation. If this resonated, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as that will help me to grow the channel and help more people. If you'd like a private reading or some personal coaching sessions to help you work through whatever it is that you are experiencing, feel free to reach out to me at that email address listed down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Goodbye.